Welcome back, everyone. Today we have got quite a lot to get into because Covenants, as it turns out, are rather big. After this video, though, you will know what's up with them. So, Covenants are one of the main features of the Shadowlands expansion. Each of the 4 Covenants has its own progression, max level narrative campaign, and a set of player power that comes in the form of soulbinds and then the Covenant abilities. You will be able to dabble in each Covenant as you level, though, because you'll be allowed to field test 2 of their abilities, one of which is a utility-focused ability that everybody gets, with the other one being a class-specific ability. So that's what's up there, but
See, I like the idea of having the Covenant abilities. I just wish that I could swap between them, man. I'm very excited for that.
Max level, you then will unlock
Hopefully they'll do that
soulbinds
soon.
for your Covenant.
We'll see what happens.
And they unlock another path of character progression. These soulbinds are essentially sets of powers that you work your way down, and they are themed after each of the 3 Covenant characters that you level up with. Each of the soulbinds then has got these conduit slots that take either potency, finesse, or endurance conduits, and conduits are basically just things that you can earn by doing things like dungeons, and they will grant you further character power, which of course will give you a little bit of customization. So
see, I'm down for that. I mean, like, the conduits, like, I just hope that you can swap the conduits out. Like, I hope that, like, after the game is out for a while and players see how annoying the restriction is, that they'll let you swap more conduits.
when making this, Blizzard's core idea is that you select a Covenant, and then that Covenant really themes your expansion, right? It's essentially your base of operations in Shadowlands. So once you join this Covenant, you get your abilities, and you begin to learn about your soulbinds and start the campaign. Your main goal is to actually earn Renown levels, with Renown levels really being your big thing for your max level progression, because they are tied to both cosmetics and also player power. Now, there are 40 Renown levels as of the launch of this expansion, and climbing through these levels will unlock you many different rewards. And throughout today's video, you are going to understand how these elements actually work in-game and the kind of gameplay that you'll be getting up to. Basically, how you actually do Covenants. You'll get the full view.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing today.
Like, I actually, it sounds crazy, but I have no fucking idea how any of this shit works. Like, straight, I have no fucking clue.
And speaking of cosmetic rewards, this is our November loot. Also this, we've got the 2020 channel pin, we've also got the Demon Hunter pin, and yes, over in Patreon, and of course, if I can grab it, we've got art, there's other stuff as well. Yeah, we do monthly, you know, sort of loot on our Patreon, one of the things that we do there.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah, that's
hashtag
what
ad. You gotta let it happen.
These pins, oh, there's such a nice luster to them. It's very, very satisfying.
Yeah,
it's been very cool, you know, people sharing with us their art walls and things like that. And of course, everything here goes straight back into the channels and game development. And believe me, that art team is up to a hell of a lot more. And there's a reason why our Shadowlands launch content lineup has been so damn chunky. So thank you for your support. It has been...
I think it's kind of cool that they sell all that stuff and, like, they actually give stuff out to people. It's a lot more than, like, a lot of other channels do, and I think it just makes it feel like more than just a channel. I think that's good. I mean, like, that's the way that they have to... That's the way they're going to do things. I think it makes sense.
Thanks to the team. Thank you to you. And with that said, let's go. Let's begin with the beginning of Covenants, actually joining one. Well, it's really quite simple. Once you hit max level and you complete the leveling campaign of the Revendreth Zone, so complete all of its chapters, the game will move you along to the point where you're in a room and the Covenant NPCs are about the place and you're able to make your choice. Now, this Covenant choice is decently important. It is one that can be changed at a later
date. See, I heard that they nerfed the fuck out of the Covenants, and because they nerfed the Covenants so much, it's like, it doesn't even really matter as much about which Covenant you join. Like, that's basically like their strategy for, like, how to deal with it, is they just nerf the Covenants a lot, and that way it doesn't matter which way you go into. That's what I've heard from other people. That I think Preach said that back on Allcraft, and he tested it a lot. I don't know how true it is or not, though.
Though. Now, doing that will involve you perhaps having to re-earn some lost power, but to actually make your Covenant decision, it's really simple. You just go to that room in Oribos, you talk to the Covenant NPC of the Covenant you would like to join, you follow their dialogue, and that will be it. You will have joined them. And don't worry, the game will guide you into doing all of that stuff.
Up to 5% single target. That is a lot.
You can then actually freely leave the Covenant that you've joined with 0 penalty and join a new one. Of course, you will be starting off from scratch at that new covenant, but otherwise it will be quite a fast process. Re-earning your lost power, especially in the Renown system, won't take that long either, but that's for reasons I'll explain later on in this video. Now, there is one thing that is a bit harder, and that is rejoining a covenant that you had previously left. Because in that case, the Covenant will be a little bit pissed off at you. They won't really trust you because you left previously, so they will then make you do 2 sets of weekly quests. Now, these quests are just a matter of filling a progress bar by doing rare...
I don't know, like, I think 2 weeks to reset, like, I wish you could just do it at least once a week, man. Like 2 fucking weeks, man. And you can't skip it. You've got to sit through it, dude. Like, this is the one thing I think about Shadowlands I'm not looking forward to. Like, everything else, I'm pretty much like, all right, this is cool. The dungeons are cool. That's cool. Everything else is cool. Like, but that, I'm not about it, man.
There's events, world quests, and dungeons for the zone of the Covenant that you want to join. So that basically is the Covenant joining and leaving system. With that said, let's get into the primary progression of Covenants, which is the Renown system. Renown is one of the 2 primary methods of progressing your Covenant. The other one is the Covenant Sanctum upgrades. And don't worry, we'll cover them all in today's video, but we are going to do Renown first. So Renown is basically the most important one. It is your primary means of Covenant progression. It dictates what soulbinds are available to you, which is very important if you think about player power, as well as how much of each soulbind that you've unlocked that you can actually...
See, like, are these account-wide? Like, does anybody know if these are account-wide? Yeah, they're basically like battle passes. So, like, if you get Renown and Venthyr, and then you go Kyrian, like, what happened? They're not account-wide. Ah, fuck.
Fuck.
Oh no, dude.
All these covenants are gonna have different achievements attached to them too, man.
Wait, really?
So, yeah, so we're gonna have to like swap between them just to get the achievements. And they all have different titles and like transmog and like fucking mounts and shit. So now you're gonna pick one to go with, like in the initial rush of the expansion, right? You're gonna get the best one that's best for you, and then later on in like the lull of the expansion, you're gonna have to switch and then do that covenant's bullshit just to like get the mounts and tiles and shit, and then switch to another one and another lull, and then until you get them all the achievements. So you got to keep doing it. You got to keep rotating until you're back to the square one.
Jesus.
Back to your best covenant.
That's so much stuff.
Thanks, Ian.
It's a lot of stuff.
Actually go down because the soulbinds get more rows added to them as you progress through the Renown levels.
Makes sense.
Renown is also tied to things like the upgrade cap on unranked PvP gear, as well as the item level of World Quest gear rewards. Beyond that, then, it controls how much of the Covenant campaign you are actually able to do, and that is important because that actually is the stuff that unlocks the Covenant gear set that you can actually use that's got stats. Beyond that, then, there is an alternative tint of that set that is a Renown reward and is purely cosmetic, as well as other cosmetics such as mounts, cloak transmogs, transmog illusions,
more cloaks, man. I'm not even done with the cloaks in Legion. I'm still trying to get Legion cloaks. This is insane.
Companions and more. So that is what Renown is. You might then be wondering, well, I want more of this Renown. How do I actually get it? And what is my weekly gameplay going to be?
How do you do that?
Well, let's answer that. You get 2 Renown levels per week by doing each of 2 weekly quests. And these are available at your Covenant Sanctum. They're pretty simple. One of these quests will be to gather 1,500 anima for your Covenant, and the other one will be to free some souls from the mob. Now, you will typically have perhaps, I'd say, 500 anima a day available from just doing world quests, and that's not even counting in the boost of around 250 that you get for doing each daily calling. And by the way, callings are just the Shadowlands name for emissaries, which are those meta quests for doing...
I always love whenever they have a system that people are tired of, and Blizzard's solution to that is to rename it. It's like, okay, yeah, people are tired of emissaries. So we have this new thing, it's called callings. And what you have to do there is you have to do 4 dailies in a zone. Yeah, it's the new feature in the game now. Yeah, they changed the name.
A number of world quests within a zone, and you can pick those up at your Covenant. Of course, more anima is available from other types of content as well, such as dungeons or PvP, for an example. I mean, for one there, winning your first epic battleground of the day will give you 175 anima. Anima basically is like artifact power in the past, just that, in terms of how it relates to your player power, all you need to do is get 1,500 a week to get that renown level, and past that, your anima is basically just used for things that don't matter to your player power. One of the things anima is used past getting that weekly quest is to upgrade your Covenant Sanctum. It is also then used to purchase...
Oh, this was the thing that I found in the alpha. I didn't know how it worked. Oh my god, okay.
Just Covenant cosmetic rewards.
I don't...
and both purchase and upgrade.
Covenant cosmetic rewards, and it also... You have to level up your Renown in order to upgrade your PvP gear. Do you know why?
Wait, Renown? Like fucking Fable?
Yeah, you have to level up your Renown in order to level up your PvP gear. Do you know why they do that?
Why?
I didn't know. I was wondering if you did.
I don't know anything about Shadowlands.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, that's crazy. Okay.
The Covenant gear set. Then the other weekly is freeing souls from the Maw, and that's basically just something you do by, well, going there and following the quest. Look, these two weeklies are not that hard at all. They really do not take too long. Okay, there is one other source of renown in the game, and that is the Covenant campaign. So you will get one renown level for doing each leg of the Covenant campaign, and each leg of the campaign is also locked behind having a certain renown level. So to explain this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through a few weeks of Shadowlands renown gains so you understand how it'll play out. On week one, you'll be able to do the first chapter of your Covenant campaign. That's going to get you one renown level. You'll then, of course, be able to do the 2 weekly quests, giving you 2 more renown levels.
I was about to say.
You'll start at level 1, you'll earn 3 levels.
You go to level 3.
At the end of week 1, you will be renown level 4. And by getting to renown level 4, the rewards that you will get are a 2% boost to your stamina, an upgrade to your first soulbind, and a fresh adventurer for your Covenant's command table.
Oh my god.
What do you say?
Oh boy. And this is for one Covenant. So if you ever want to change this, you have to go through this again, which admittedly will probably be much faster, but you still have to go through this again. Alrighty, here we go.
I haven't mentioned the command table yet, but don't worry, more on that later.
Okay, let's see it.
On week 2, your 2 weeklies will bring you up to renown level 6, and then the campaign quest that you'll be able to do will bring you to renown level 7. And along the way there, you will unlock a cloak transmog and the ability to further upgrade your unranked PvP gear, plus an upgrade to your first soulbind.
Okay.
And by the time you hit week 7, so that's a few more weeks, but by the time you hit week 7, you will have completed the entire Covenant campaign, and you will be renown level 22. What about the next 18 renown levels? Well, those quite simply are just earned at a rate of 2 renown levels per week by doing the 2 weekly quests, and that does mean that you will be level 40, renown level 40 that is, 16 weeks after the Shadowlands expansion.
16?
16 weeks?
How many months is that?
That's fucking 8 months, man.
That's crazy.
Okay, according to, if this is correct, okay, and there are 4 covenants, you need 32 months, so we need 2.5 years to get all the covenant stuff done completely.
All right, that's gonna be a while.
Releases. And as you go up these renown levels, you are going to unlock more and more things. Now, for player power concerns, you will unlock more soulbinds, and then within those soulbinds, you will unlock more rows, which means more player power. You will also unlock things to purchase from the Covenant vendor, and there's a lot here. It's things like new transmogrification gear, mounts, pets, and more things even past that. Hell, even a Hearthstone that will take you back to your Covenant, which is super handy to have.
That is cool.
You'll also unlock more companions for the command table. Now, if you are behind the Renown curve, as I described here, right? Like if you make a fresh character 10 weeks into the expansion and you're worried you're going to be weeks and weeks and weeks behind everybody else, do not worry. There is a catch-up system built in from the beginning, and basically it will allow you to, you see those weekly quests? You'll basically just be able to do content.
They really did Flappy Bird and WoW? Did they really do Flappy Bird and WoW?
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Are you kidding me?
What's wrong with that?
Are you really?
Oh, come on. They put fucking Gemcraft in there.
Flappy Bird? Oh my god.
Or not Gemcraft. What the hell is that?
I know, Candy Crush, Bedazzled.
Yeah, Candy Crush, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, this is, oh my god. Is this Kyrian only?
Yeah, it is.
Fuck, I wanted to be able to play this.
Bedazzled?
God damn it.
And keep on doing content and just get more and more renown levels until you're caught up with everyone else. So there is a catch-up system built in. If you do get a bit behind, there is zero reason to worry or zero reason to stress. It'll be okay. With the Renown system covered, let's talk about Sanctum upgrades. So, your Covenant Sanctum, which is the big building for your Covenant, that can be upgraded at the Covenant Sanctum upgrade NPC.
There's more?
Now, all 4 Covenants have got a transport network, an anima conductor, and a command table. Then, each Covenant will have its own unique feature. Now, for the Kyrians, it is the Path of Ascension, which is basically a boss rush.
I think this is going to be cool.
It is the Ember Court Party minigame.
See, I feel like if I had to choose one, I would want to do the Kyrian one, but the problem is that the Venthyr is just cooler. I'm gonna go with Venthyr instead. Systems overload, yeah, exactly.
For the Necrolords, it is the Abomination Factory, and then for the Night Fae, it is the Winter Queen's Conservatory, and that is basically a farming minigame with puzzle elements. Now, let's dive into each of the buildings for these Covenants. The transportation network really does do what it says on the tin. It will offer you faster travel around your Covenant's home zone. Now, as you upgrade it from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, you will unlock more transport locations as well as other benefits. Now, for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to use the Kyrians as an example here, but for theirs, they'll get a speed boost after teleporting. Then at level 2, they'll be able to make their own transport node for the transport network, you know, on a not permanent basis, of course, but they'll be able to do that via their Covenant ability. Then, at level 3, that transport node that they make can be used by their party members. Pretty sweet. At level 3, each Covenant also gets a direct link to Ouroboros, which is pretty fantastic for saving your Hearthstone as well. So that's awesome. Is the transportation network. The Anima Conductor is quite the system, actually. It allows you to activate content in different parts of your Covenant's home zone. Now, this is something that can be done once per day for a pretty minimal cost of anima.
Oh my god. This is a lot, man. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, honestly, this could be really good. Or it could be something else. We'll see what happens.
And each time that you do it, you'll actually fill up this little bar. And that bar, when it's full, will let you permanently keep one of the regions of the map activated at all times. So, what do I mean when I say activate content? Well, what that actually means, and again, to stick with the Kyrians as our example here, their initial 2 options, one of them activates a rare mob to fight, and the other one activates a special treasure in another one of the regions. Now, the 2 Anima Conductor...
I feel like this could be an option, like this could be the case, where like, it seems really complicated whenever we look at it, and whenever we see it, but it actually isn't that complicated whenever we start actually playing it.
Oh my god.
What?
I just had a thought. You know that achievement, the Sabertron achievement that you have to, it takes like 6 months to do because not all the correct Sabertrons are up?
The blue one, yeah.
Yeah. You know that achievement? What if there are achievements for stuff like this, but it's Covenant specific, and you have to choose which area is lit up, and it has to spawn. So, like, what if you're in a different Covenant, and you can't even get that quest or that world quest or whatever the fuck it is for the achievement? So then you have to switch to the Covenant, and then you have to activate that area, and then you have to hope that the daily is up for the achievement, just to get it.
I'm going to be doing that in Shadowlands too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
There's gonna be achievements. I swear. I swear.
I really hope that I want to waste my time doing this shit. I think that's what it comes down to. Like, if I want to waste my time doing it, it's gonna be fucking great.
Upgrades let you channel anima to more and more regions of the map, as well as multiple regions at the same time, with those regions having things like an elite fight, extra world quests, extra daily quests as well. Now, as time goes on, you'll upgrade that building, and then by, filling the bar on your anima conductor, you'll be able to permanently activate more and more of the zone. And after quite a while, you'll have a situation where you'll have anima flowing all around the place, and you'll basically just have a lot more going on in your Covenant's home region. And what that's going to mean is more rewards for you.
Okay.
You see, the anima reinforced areas...
How much of this shit is account-wide, though? Like, I think this is cool, but, like, this shit needs to be account-wide. Like, if it's account-wide, I will be so happy. But, like, they have to make this account-wide because people are going to get so invested in one character, they're going to think about doing everything over on another one, and they're going to be like, yeah, fuck it.
Can get, they'll give you rewards called grateful offerings. Now, these grateful offerings are used as a currency when you're purchasing many of the cosmetic Covenant rewards. So if you want those mounts, if you want those transmog sets, the illusions, be sure to work on and upgrade your anima conductor and to do the associated content.
That makes sense.
Now, as you upgrade that conductor, you'll also just be able to activate more areas at the same time.
Alrighty.
And basically, the more you do that, the more you'll be able to earn grateful offerings, and the more you'll be able to afford those very nice and attractive cosmetic rewards. Next, we have the command table. The command table is Shadowlands' version of the mission table that we've had for quite some time. But there's good news, because unlike Legion and BFA, it actually expands upon the concept, making it a bit more tactical, a bit more interactive. Essentially, it's a bit of an auto-battler. So if you look here,
see, this I'm actually kind of excited about. Like, I think this is going to be cool. I know some people are going to be like, oh, this is a mobile game, X, Y, or Z. But I actually think this is going to be cool. I'm positive about this. Where are the cinematics? We'll watch. Do you guys want to watch the cinematics after this, boys?
Oh, they just released one.
No, they didn't.
It just came out.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Turn on CNN. It just flew over my house.
Face on a mission. And then if you look below, you can see the slots where you can actually place your companions. And the placement actually does matter there. So your companions have got their own different traits, many of which are actually positional. So to make it very simply, you could put ranged in the back, melee in the front.
Makes sense.
You could best arrange their traits to counter the opposing units. And then once the timer goes, you'll be able to see the fight play out and hopefully get your rewards. Overall, it is a very welcome improvement on what had become, I think, a very stale system. Now, as you do more missions, you'll be able to level up your companions, and doing so will increase their stats and make them stronger. You can also...
This is good, yeah. All this sounds good to me.
Recruit
we're going to do the cinematics after this.
Disposable units to fill in any slots that you may need. Now, there are 2 upgrades for the command table, and they're pretty simple. One decreases the amount of time that it takes for your companions to heal after they take damage when they're doing a mission, and the other one just reduces the time taken to actually do missions. It's simple enough, really. And if you're wondering about rewards here, well, it's pretty simple. There are reputation tokens, anima, and a few other things as well.
There's like elite and rare quests? That's fucking cool. McConnell, this is going to be fun, man. This is going to be fun. You get to do your missions and shit. You watch them happen. This is awesome.
Is this for your mobile phone?
This is for your mobile phone that you have.
I don't have a smartphone. I have a flip phone.
No, you had a flip phone like 4 years ago. There's no way you still have a flip phone.
I have the same flip phone.
From 4 years ago. What is it, fucking like a Motorola Razr?
No.
It is.
Generally, you'll just want to keep these rolling, and of course, they are also something you can interact with on the go using the World of Warcraft companion phone app.
Don't you guys have phones?
Okay, so I mentioned the special buildings earlier. The way it works is, yes, they are Covenant specific, and each one of them really is its own gameplay system. It would be way too much to cover in depth in this video. Seriously, there's actually quite a lot to them. But don't worry, the game tutorializes all of that stuff. What I will say, though, is that each special building has got unique rewards for that Covenant. That includes a unique tint of their armor set, extra cloak transmogs, extra weapon transmogs, things like that. It's pretty good. Now, beyond those Covenant-specific rewards, there are also rewards shared between all Covenant special, special activities. Now, those include 4 mounts, one themed for each Covenant, as well as a selection of weapons that are themed after each Covenant zone.
That's badass, dude. But it is basically just a bear, but it's an evil bear.
As well as some pets. And really, each minigame, it's got its own gameplay, its own progression, its own upgrades, of course, when you're actually getting it upgraded with the Sanctum Upgrader NPC. And now for that, the abominations, in terms of perks anyway, the abominations from the Abomination Factory of the Necrolords can give you some handy gameplay perks just out in the open world. The Queen's Conservatory can give you some crafting reagents, things like that. Now, these are not going to be important features if you're a cutting-edge player, right? They're not going to make you more powerful, really, or anything like that. They're basically just a bit of fun on the side, and they've got some neat rewards in the cosmetic realm that some players will be interested in trying to get. Now that we've went through all of those buildings, you might be wondering how you actually upgrade them. Well, it's pretty simple. You use 2 resources, anima and souls. You get anima by doing stuff in Shadowlands, right?
It's the
You'll, of course, want to get your 1500 anima to do your weekly, but past that, you can just go get as much as you want. It doesn't actually matter for player power, but it will help you do things like upgrade these buildings a bit faster.
I feel like it will matter. Like, to me, I think I'm going to try and do as much of the stuff as possible. My goal is to do so much of the stuff that I burn out. That's what I want to do. I want to do all of it and then just burn out.
No, you don't.
Yep. I'm going to do it all.
Don't. You trust me, you don't want to burn out.
Really?
You burning out would be the worst thing ever for you.
You think so?
Yeah, because then you'd have, like, one of the breakdowns on your stream, and then you wouldn't stream for, like, 6 months again, and, yeah, it'd be bad.
It was only 4 months, okay?
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah. Get that from World Quest, Dungeons, PvP, the mission table, just a whole lot, right? Souls, then, are earned in the Maw, and you'll learn all about that when the game just tutorializes it in the Maw Soul Collection weekly quest. Now, do note here that at Renown level 15, you will receive an upgrade to your Soul Keeper, and basically what that means is you'll be able to rescue more souls each week, which does mean that after you hit Renown level 15, you'll get more souls per week, and you'll be able to upgrade your buildings a bit faster.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Okay,
I'm happy about that.
That was a lot of information, wasn't it? There's so much to go over, even on a high level for these, that you might just be wondering, oh, whoa, what do I do here? Well, it's actually deceptively simple. So for everyone, no matter what, for everyone, you want to do your weeklies and you want to do your Covenant campaign quests, right? Do all of that so you get your Renown levels, and yeah, there you go. Now, in fairness, you will be able to catch up that stuff pretty quickly, but you'll want to do that. And then all of that extra work, well, it's a bit different. In past expansions, you could just grind artifact power and grind artifact power to make your character ever so slightly more powerful. You can't really do that with, with anima in the Shadowlands expansion.
That is awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I hated feeling like I wasn't doing everything that I could. Like, it makes me not want to. Like, that's kind of the way that I feel. It makes me, like, not even want to do it.
Wait, what do you say? I missed it.
Like, basically, you can't just continue growing and continue getting more and more shit, and like more and more powerful. That's basically the way it works. Yeah. I really like that a lot. That's a huge fucking improvement over BFA and also in Legion.
Because as it pertains to your player power, you need 1500 a week, and that's it. Any extra anima that you grind out, well, that's just going into aesthetic things, Covenant upgrades. So if you care about the aesthetics, those cosmetic rewards, then yeah, do consider getting into the unique Covenant activity, farming up extra anima, getting as many souls as you can, and doing the anima conductor content every single day, because of course that will get you the resources that you need to actually purchase the cosmetics that you will unlock as you move through the Renown bar and as that progresses.
It's so
really,
much,
it's
man.
quite simple.
It's a lot.
It's that sort of thing where Blizzard have made it so that
It's
most
lot,
of the time-consuming work is tied to optional cosmetic rewards, not really stuff that's going to feel like a mandatory grind.
The cosmetic, the cosmetic grinds, I think are fine. I'm totally in favor of that. That's totally all right with me.
Feeling like the game was trying to nudge you to do against your will, like what happened in the BFA expansion. And that's basically it for Covenants, right? If you get this video, then there you go. You've got all the information you need to hop in game and process all the various different quests and markers that the game throws at you. And speaking of cosmetics, hey, if you want to support us, you can get the 2020 edition channel pin, the Demon Hunter pin as well this month, as well as the big old set of art. And of course, over on Patreon, behind the scenes content, some early access stuff as well, a whole bunch. There's loads going on there, including as well our daily gaming news service. All pretty fun. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. I know a lot of people I've talked to have kind of looked at all of these currencies and systems and moving parts, and they've got really confused, and I totally empathize with that. And the real goal for me with this video was to just lay it all out at a high level. And
this video actually did help a little bit now that I understand a little bit more about Renown and all of that. Like, honestly, at the beginning, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I didn't know anything, man. And so I'm kind of glad to read the video or watch the video and see kind of what's going on.
Hopefully help people understand what they're actually going to be doing once they're doing. So hopefully I succeeded in that. Do let me know if I did. Anyway, that's it for me. Stay tuned for a lot more content on this channel in the coming days. And most importantly, enjoy Shadowlands. All right, that's me till the next video. I'll see you next time.
All right.
Yo.
What?
Which one are you going?
What do you mean, which one am I going?
Which cubby?
Venthyr. Duh. What do you mean?
Oh.
What were you gonna go?
Well, I was gonna go Aldor.
No. That's the wrong one. You don't want... What the fuck do you mean to go Aldor? What are you talking about, TBC?
What do you mean? You seen the staff?
Fuck that shit, dude. Like, there's better shit in Karazhan. There's no reason to go Aldor.
I'm going Aldor.
Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah, that's about 15 years late.